The highly anticipated horror movie Together is almost here, and here is where you can buy tickets for theatrical showings as well as when the film will release on streaming and digital. Horror movies are always big hits, especially in the fall, and Together is expected to be one of the most exciting ones of the year. 2025's Together comes from director Michael Shanks and stars Dave Franco and Alison Brie as a couple who move to a remote house for a job opportunity. Soon after their arrival, they have a supernatural encounter, one that seems to lead to their bodies slowly merging together. Together is a body horror movie in the same vein as David Cronenberg classics, making it a major film for fans of the genre. There is a lot to be excited about in Together, and here is where the upcoming film can be watched. Together releases in theaters on August 1, 2025. Here's where to buy tickets. Neon gave Together an exclusive theatrical release starting on August 1, 2025. The movie opens wide on this date, with many theaters also having Thursday night preview showings on July 31. This means that theaters are the best option for anyone wanting to see Together as soon as it is released. Check local listings and theaters to find suitable Together showtimes that work for the R-rated film running 1 hour and 42 minutes long. When will Together release on streaming? And what service will it release on? While theaters are the best choice for viewers who want to see Together as soon as possible, the movie should eventually hit streaming. Together is being distributed by Neon, meaning that it should release on Hulu when it does hit streaming thanks to their streaming deal. While a streaming release date hasn't been announced yet, an estimate can be made. Based on Neon's previous releases since the start of 2023, the company's movies release on streaming an average of 153.3 days after they hit theaters. So, Together might not release on streaming until January 2026 at the earliest based on this data, meaning that it will be a while before fans can catch it on Hulu. When will Together release on digital? Based on Neon's previous releases, Alison Brie and Dave Franco in Together. Before Together hits streaming, it will release on digital marketplaces for rental and purchase. Based on the same Neon data, the company's movies tend to release on digital an average of 41.6 days after they hit theaters. So, Together will probably come to digital sometime in mid to late September.